YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the 2021 golf season. Today guys, before we get too much into rounds this year, what I wanted to do was do an updated what's in the bag video because I've brought a lot of new clubs into the bag this year. Now all of these new clubs probably won't change my game drastically, but what I'm hoping is they'll bring me some more confidence and consistency in my game to hopefully get to that point where I can score better rounds on a regular basis. So since my first round of the year that you guys saw, I actually have played another round where I actually shot an 85 on a full 18 hole. I feel like I probably could have done even better in that round because I had to play the same round of 9 twice, which on one of the holes that I had to play twice, I ended up triple bogeying both times, which I easily could have parred that hole both times, but I didn't. So we probably could have shot a 79, but we ended up shooting an 85. So let's go ahead and just jump into what clubs I am rocking in the bag for this 2021 golf season. So first up guys, in the putter, I'm actually rocking the TaylorMade Spider X. This is a brand new club to the bag this year. Now, my previous putter was some $5 Wilson putter that was probably from the early 80s. And the big difference I already can tell between that putter and this putter is this putter has so much more weight in the head and it's actually face balanced. So it hopefully will offer me a little bit more consistency in my putts, which is something I majorly lack on the golf course. And honestly is one of the reasons why my scores are so high so many times. So staying down on our short game, I actually bought 2 new wedges to go with the new clubs this year. I bought 2 Titleist Vokey SM8s. Our first one is a 54 degree with 10 degrees of bounce. It's an S grind, and to be honest with you, I don't actually know what the grinds on wedges really mean. All I know is I was trying to find the most neutral grind that kind of any golfer can play because I don't have any fancy golf swing or really know much about my swing, so I tried to go as neutral as possible, and so far with just a couple times I've hit it on the course, it feels pretty good. And then we also have the 58 degree SM8, which is a 8 degrees of bounce and it's an M grind. Again, I have no idea what the actual grind means all that much. All I know is it does affect how you play and how your swing goes. So I again tried to go with the most neutral grind that I could find just doing my own research, but again, this club feels pretty dang great on the golf course. Now, what I'm playing off of the tee box is actually the BombTech Golf Grenade 2 driver. It's in 10.5 degrees of loft. It has a regular flex shaft in it. To be honest with you, I probably should have a stiff shaft in it, but I got it for free, so it has a regular flex shaft in it. And for those of you guys that don't know, I actually used to work for BombTech Golf, so I pretty much got a full set of golf clubs for free. And this has just been the driver that I basically started playing golf with, so I feel pretty comfortable with this right now, so I'm just going to keep it in the bag for now. Next up, we have my 3-wood, which is also a BombTech Golf 3-wood. This is a 15 degree 3-wood. I'm going to be completely honest with you, this club really shouldn't be in the bag because I never hit this club. I have so much lack of confidence in my ability to hit this club that I almost never pull it out, and honestly probably should be playing a long iron instead because I feel a lot more confident with my irons. So this club is kind of just in there to get me to that 14 club max, but I realistically probably should swap it out at some point for a club that I'll actually use on a more regular basis. Next up, I have a BombTech Golf Hybrid. This is a 5 hybrid. It's actually, let's see, 24 degrees. I freaking love this club. And I think the reason why I love it so much is probably due to the fact that it has a steel shaft in it. And I think the fact that obviously it's a hybrid, so it's going to have that, I guess, forgiveness that a wood would have, but also with the steel shaft, I feel like it swings and plays very much like an iron, which I have a lot of confidence in hitting my irons. Honestly, probably what I should be doing is switching basically my 3-wood out for another hybrid, probably with a similar loft, because this is 24 degrees and my 3-wood is a 15 degree, so I probably should try to find somewhere in the middle, like maybe like a 19 degree or 20 degree hybrid. And then maybe I will find that distance that I should be getting with a 3-wood, because I do find that there is that gap in my bag from my driver to this hybrid that I can't really achieve with any other club because I have no consistency with my 3-wood, where my 3-wood on a good day will maybe go 100 yards to the right, and on a bad day will go about 4 feet in front of me. So I just never hit that thing well, so I never hit it at all. New to the bag this year, I actually also picked up some Titleist T100 irons. I was a little skeptical per se when buying these because I actually never hit them before I bought them. I more or less just bought them because I was reading reviews online. They were the exact same more or less loft that my previous irons had. And the reason why I even swapped out the irons that I previously had was because they were a pretty thick cavity back iron. And now I would say that these are still considered cavity back irons, but they more or less have that player look to them. And I was more or less trying to find an iron that had a little bit more of a thinner line to it, but also kind of gave me that same forgiveness that a cavity back would have. And like I said before, I feel relatively confident with my irons. I feel like I have a pretty consistent swing with them, and I think that even these irons have made me play a little bit better. And I think obviously at the end of the day, the equipment that you have doesn't really matter, because it also comes down to the fact of how well you're swinging the golf club. But I have hit these things dead on, dead straight, just about every single swing that I've taken with them. So I've got the 4-iron through the 50-degree wedge, and I'm going to be honest with you, I absolutely love these things. I think it also helps that they are easily some of the sexiest irons that I've ever had. And that's because I've literally had these irons and the other irons that I've played, but these things are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I'll give you guys a little bit of a comparison between what I play now in these Titleist irons versus the BombTech irons I used to play. If you put them side by side, more or less, like, I don't know, it's more or less the top line for me. When I look down at this top line right here, like, I don't know if this camera angle is going to do it much justice, but this is a pretty chunky top line. Granted, this is a 9-iron, but it's just so chunky, and every time I look down at it, I didn't really have that much confidence. And granted, I felt like I kind of hit those okay, but there's something about when I hit this club well, the feeling that I get when hitting this club is just mind-blowing. Like, this club, one thing I've noticed about it is when you hit a good shot, you will know that you hit a good shot. Between the sound that it makes, the actual feel when it comes off of the club face is just amazing. Like, when you hit a bomb dead straight right at your target, you know you did, and it feels awesome. And I think that's what makes the game of golf so much fun for me, is because when I hit a good shot, it's like super, super rewarding. And when a club like this actually more or less gives off those physical characteristics of hitting a good shot, like the sound, like the actual feel, it just makes the game that much more fun for me. One thing I'm a little sad about is I've literally played like 2 rounds with these, and somehow I already like took a chip or a divot out of my 50-degree wedge, and honestly don't know how. And I hope that this isn't going to be a thing that happens to all of my clubs, because I have only hit this probably like 5 or 6 times on the actual course, and there was not one of those 5 or 6 times that I was hitting anywhere outside of the fairway. Like, I didn't hit it out of like the rough, I didn't hit it out of a sand trap, so I don't know what I could have possibly hit to take such a big divot out of the bottom. But you know, that's unfortunate. Hopefully I don't damage all of the other irons that I had, because, you know, I have these sexy irons and this one is already messed up. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I also picked up a brand new Titleist bag to go with all my Titleist clubs, because I don't know, I just really wanted a new bag, and I wanted it to kind of match the clubs that I actually have inside of the bag, so that's why I went with the Titleist bag. And for the balls that I play, I actually play the Kirkland signature balls. You'd think with me having all these silly Titleist clubs that I would play a Pro V1. To be honest with you, I feel like these things do just as well as a Pro V1. I've hit a couple Pro V1s. To be honest with you, I don't think I'm a good enough golfer to be able to tell the difference between golf balls, and these do the trick. They're not that expensive, so I'm just going to go with the Kirkland signatures. There's a couple other miscellaneous things that I have in my bag. I have this ball mark repair tool that comes with a magnetic ball marker. Honestly, I don't even know where it came from. I think I got it off Amazon or something like that. It does the trick, you know, if you're on the green, repair your ball mark. And if there's other ones there, obviously repair those as well. And the last item that I have in my bag is actually my scorecard holder. It actually has my initials printed right there. This was a gift from my girlfriend. It's honestly something I never thought I would need or want, but because it came from my girlfriend, it makes it that much more special. And I'm actually finding this year, since I'm walking every round, that this thing is super, super helpful, and I'm glad she got it for me, and I really love it. And obviously, you've got to have a brush for your clubs. You know, you got to keep them clean. You got to have a towel on your bag. So that's pretty much all I've got in my bag for 2021. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure to show your support down below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. But guys, I will have some more rounds out here soon. I have played another round that I recorded that hopefully will be up here within the next week or so. And stay tuned for that, because there was a stretch of holes where I played some of the best golf of my life. But as always, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, show your support down below. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.